Well, as a country leader, I come to appreciate the role that my HR director plays and the function of HR in the overall leadership of the ministry. When I think of HR, I think of the 3 Ps. Firstly, it is the formulation of staff policies that will govern the way our staff and our employees serve within the organization. This includes looking into the recruiting, the retention, and the retirement of our staff. So that's a policy element in HR. Second P I think of when I think about HR is about people development. I think there is a crucial part that HR can play in developing the human resources that God has entrusted to us. And the way I look at HR is to how can it help me as a leader in an organization to help the staff and our leaders to contribute, to maximize their contribution to the organization. And I see this is so crucial because it will help in the succession planning and the leadership development from an organizational perspective for us as a crusade movement. The third P I think of is person care. Every now and then we have staff who need personal care because they have been in a ministry, they come to a crossroad in their lives, they need counseling, they need additional help. And this is where I think HR can provide that kind of provide that kind of services that can help our staff grow and become all that God wants them to be. So I see HR in these 3 Ps, formulation of policies, people development, and person care for each and every of our staff. That's why I see it's a very important element in the whole aspect of leadership. Well, I think we can view HR either as a friend or a foe. If you view HR as a foe, then you find that I will always be in contention with HR policies. But as I've come to appreciate the function of HR and the role that HR leaders play, I come to view them as a very strategic partner in my leadership. Because the HR leaders, they know really they are the one of the groups of people in the ministry that knows the condition of our staff. They know where our staff at. They know how our staff are doing generally. And as a leader, I want to tap on that knowledge as I lead the overall movement. I find it helpful for me to engage the HR leaders because it will help me to facilitate the open communication as well as appropriate application of our staff policies. I think it should enhance the overall leadership, my leadership, and the whole country leadership as we look ahead. As a leader, through the HR processes, I've come to have a better idea of really how our policies are shaping the organizational culture as well. What kind of environment, what kind of conditions do we want our staff to serve and work in? And I think this is where working with the HR leaders can create the kind of organizational culture where staff is valued, where every staff that joins this organization is valued, and that hopefully we have a workable and intentional plan to help develop our staff. Let me also add that the way I look at leadership and HR is that we share a symbiotic relationship. We need one another. It's not an either-or thing. When I see them as the HR leaders as on my side, on my team, in the way as I lead the movement, what I'm getting is tremendous data and information that can help me to make better decisions as a leader. So I really come to appreciate the role that my HR leaders play in helping me to lead and to care for the staff.